What's up, YouTube? It's been a little while since we posted a video on the Epson G6070, so we're going to try to get that out to you guys today. We've had a lot of people calling our store and messaging on YouTube and asking us some specific questions about the printer and shaker itself. So we're going to try to get through those, and if you guys have any more questions, you can always contact us. One of the things that people asked us most commonly is this speed fast enough for a production style facility? I can't say that we're the largest DTF production shop in the world, but we're not the smallest either. We do gang sheets one after another. Even with a single head, this thing is pumping out transfers. The shirt that I'm wearing right now came from the G6070. Great quality. This has been washed probably 20 times already. Never had cracking or fading. Again, it's all about the settings and about how you use it, how you press it. So you have to use your techniques, but this machine will handle a commercial shop for sure. As we've said in our previous video, what really brought us to Equipment Zone and to buy the combination that we have was the EasyJet Pro shaker. It's a great shaker. It does everything that we need it to do. People ask us, what's the finish time from printer to shaker? We've seen, I think the shaker could go faster than the printer does. But we've seen about 10 minutes from lead edge of the printer to being re-rolled on the shaker. Maybe a little bit less if you're cutting right off the front edge, which is something nice if you're doing one sheet at a time. Another thing people have asked us about quite often is powder cost and usage. These shakers, they have a large trough. You can put a couple pounds in them at a time. We thought the same thing when we got the shaker. We were like, this is going to use a lot. It's going to cost us a lot. And it really doesn't. We use the EasyJet or the Easy DTF Plus from Equipment Zone. It's a really fine powder, so you don't get that thick feel on your shirts. As of the time of this taping, the 44-pound bag is $4.99 from them. We have run a ton of transfers off of this machine and have not yet went through that first 44 pounds. I fill it up once in a while, and since this shaker has the recovery trough on the bottom, all you do is slide it out, dump it out back into your top, and keep on going. It really has a minimal amount of usage, and you don't get those thick feelings on all of your transfers. Another question that we've gotten is about the film that we use in this. Again, it's from Equipment Zone. It's the Easy DTF Pro Easy Peel. We use mostly the 31.5 inch. This will go to 36, and you can run it down to much smaller. Well, like I said, for the gang sheets that we use the 31.5 inch. It seems to work perfect. Those rolls are 31.5 by 328, so 328 feet. And the nice thing about the Epson is it will keep track of how much film you have remaining. So you're not going to get it in the middle of your gang sheet and realize that you don't have enough film left. Cost per square foot is low. And as you learn your press, learn your heat, learn your temperatures, it is a cold peel film. It is a hot peel film. So being insta peel is nice if your pressure is right and your temperature is right. The only thing that we have found is with very, very fine, tiny text, it seems to be better as a cold peel. But for large images like the one I'm wearing, or 90% of all of our images, it seems to insta peel or hot peel really well. We haven't had any problems with it. We haven't had any letters or images coming off of the sheet. But again, that's about keeping your machine clean, draining it when you're supposed to. We try not to get any buildup in our machine. The question on everybody's mind is ink cost. I know we talk about that with DTF, DTG, wide format. What's our cost per print? And that's a really hard question to answer, and I don't know it's one that I have an answer for. There's so many variables in size of print and how heavy you're going on your white. So it's not an easy question to answer. I can tell you that the CMYK and white 1.6 liter bags that this takes are $176 a piece. We've run rolls and rolls and rolls of film on this machine, and our CMYK I have not replaced one time. I think we've went through 3 whites or 4 whites, but again, that's how dense you're putting it on and what your prints are. I often, if we're on a white t-shirt or a really light t-shirt, you can really reduce the ink coverage for the white on the back, and that seems to help quite a bit. With the RIP software that comes with this machine, one thing that we did is we did a test print of everywhere from 100% ink coverage all the way down to 20%, then pressed it and kind of saw where our drop in image resolution was, or our brightness. They all looked good, but you can tell when you get down to that 30 and 20% on a dark shirt. We seem to run mostly at 50% white at our max, even on a black shirt. Epson has two different softwares that comes with this printer. We use the Digital Factory 11. It's a really good RIP software. It integrates well with the Epson. All of the tools are there. Like I just talked about, the reducing your white ink, ganging your stuff up. Even if you're bringing in 5, 6, 7 different images, having that nested all in a page really helps. It handles it well. I run mine off of a PC instead of a laptop. Never had a problem with memory or failing to rip. We also run our printer, instead of USB, we do run it on our network. But the rip speeds are fast, and pretty much as soon as we are clicking print, it rips files and sends them to the printer. It's fairly instantaneous in a matter of seconds. There's some other printers out there that have a really big lag speed between ripping images and then sending files to printer, and we haven't experienced that at all with the Epson G6070. Maintenance. That was the whole reason that we bought this machine, was Epson said that there was little to no maintenance on this machine. I have to be honest, I didn't really believe it when they said it. We did a lot of research and testing and asking for samples, and we liked all of the prints. We liked how they looked, how they felt. But was the maintenance what they said it was going to be? They said there was little to none, and I had to see it to believe it. What I can say after having this machine for months is their claims were 100% true. We run this machine, we basically shut it off at the end of the day and don't have to wet cap, don't have to do any of that stuff. When we start it up in the morning, I'll do a head check. I've never had a nozzle out or a drop nozzle. Once a day, it'll beep at you and tell you to shake the white ink, shake it 25 times, put it back in, and this thing is ready to go. The cyan, magenta, yellow, black, I believe it's every couple of weeks. It'll beep and tell you have to shake those. You shake them 15 times, put them back in, and then it says it's ready to go. Once a month, they say to clean around the capping station and around the head. That takes me a total of probably 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. I've never had a mess. I mean, this thing handles its maintenance itself. We've had the machine for 4 months now, and we haven't even went through one maintenance cartridge. It handles its maintenance on its own, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. We don't have the time as a small shop to spend an hour shutting this machine down every day and then spending another hour starting it back up. One thing that we did question was, what if we aren't here Friday or Saturday and Sunday, or if this machine has to sit for a couple days? I've heard one nightmare after another about these machines sitting and you run into clogged heads and can't get them back started. And we've left this machine sit for, I believe, up to 5 days. Came in, shook the white ink, did our nozzle head check, it was ready to go. One qualifier to that is we do have a climate controlled shop. We run it around 70 degrees all year round. We try to maintain a humidity of about 40%, and we have not had one issue whatsoever. Well, I think that is all of the questions that we have had recently or in the last month or so that you guys have asked us about this machine, but feel free to keep sending them to us in the comments of this video. You can always call our store at 715-712-0085 or email us at thegraphicspros@gmail.com. We like to hear from you guys. We like to hear what's going on in your shops, and if you have questions about the G6070, we'd love to answer them for you. Again, we got this from Equipment Zone. I highly recommend that you call them. and talk to them, because that's where this shaker is at. This EasyJet Pro is what you want with this machine. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We always want to keep posting more content, and your subscription helps us do that. It's totally free, and we'll post as often as we can. We'll see you guys soon.